So I just got confirmation now that our flight back to London has been cancelled. Yeah, so this has become our norm, which is flight cancellation notification. Yeah, I guess I shouldn't be surprised with everything that's happening in the world right now. We booked the flight knowing there was a very high chance that we're not going to be able to take it. Fortunately, Qatar Airlines has given us a coupon or voucher and basically said that we can take any flight with them without any additional fee if the flight's more expensive, as long as we go to London. We don't want to go anywhere else in the world right now. So yeah, this video, a little bit different. The challenges of trying to get home. How's our flight rebooking going, hun?
Well, there's flights going out tomorrow at 6:45 p.m, but the prices are crazy. 62 million Indonesia.
What's 62 mil in
3,000 something pounds.
For economy?
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's a good job we've got vouchers.
Yeah.
So we could take any flights we want.
So some good news, we have flight vouchers from Qatar, and it basically says as long as we're booking our original destination, then we don't have to pay any extra for our flight. That's good because all the prices now out of nowhere have just massively increased. You're looking at a minimum of like £3,000 economy per person. Well, even if it's not per person right now, £1,500 per person is insane money just to get home economy, when normally you can get back for 400-500 quid. Crazy times, but we get there.
Arrive at Doha at 11:45, so hopefully you'll be okay in Doha, right?
Wait, this flight is tomorrow at 6:45, right?
How do we find out if flight's still gonna thingy in Doha?
I think we're okay to transit through Doha, but what we can't do is
leave Doha.
Leave Doha
Of
airport,
course.
yeah. So we looked at a flight that was a daytime flight and it was absolutely packed. So Qatar Airlines, naughty, filling up, like every seat was taken, but this one here is basically empty, which is exactly what we'd want. Definitely take the red eye. I think people want to sit at the front because they feel they can get off the plane quicker. I literally wanted to film now and it's just started raining. Welcome to Bali, guys. This is what it's like. I'm going to do this section in a little bit. For now, enjoy the rain. And like that, guys, it's sunny again. This is the weather out here at the moment. Our situation, you know, already we had our flight cancelled. We are trying to reorganize another flight, or will we end up flying home in a few days or even a month? I want to take this time to share what good has come out and continues to come out of this situation going on around the world. Look, it's a nightmare right now. Like, you might wake up and think, am I having some kind of bad dream? Like, there's a virus taking over the world and it's crushing the worldwide economy. More than 1 million people, as I do this video, have been tested positive for that virus. And more than likely, those numbers are way off. There's 10 times, 100 times the amount of people who have at least had the virus with minor symptoms. And anybody who looks at this situation right now and says, oh, everything's fine, don't worry. Everything isn't fine. There is so much that is going on. People's lives, people's businesses are getting turned upside down, and this is going to go on for an unprecedented amount of time. And I would say the effects of this will be felt for the next decade, and for those people who have unfortunately lost and will lose loved ones during this time, then it's going to affect them for the rest of their lives. But with all that said, there's enough news out there talking about the negative. I want to talk to you about the good, and it sounds weird to find the silver lining, to find the light in the darkness, but hey, guess what? Throughout history, as human beings, as a species, that's actually how we've evolved, and it is so important right now. The most important gift you can give yourself is making sure that you're finding some kind of resourcefulness in this time. Let's reframe just for this video. This is basically how me and Jamie are looking at the situation and doing our best to be resourceful and also to see what we can do during this time. As the saying goes, we might have a lack of resources right now. You might not be able to leave the house in this moment, but the most important important thing is that you don't lose your resourcefulness. Being resourceful, I actually call them inner resources, are things like choosing how you're going to take on the day, looking at your habits that you have in this time. We all have stress coping mechanisms. I was actually talking about this on a Zoom call yesterday, that now is the time where we will lean into either stress coping mechanisms that will help us or will hinder us. Some of those things that make us feel good now will actually make our life worse later on. So that's why if people are drinking too much, if eating the wrong foods, or they're overly procrastinating, you get the idea. Those things, sure, it feels good in the moment, but the question is, how's that going to help you in a week or a month, or even when we get to the next chapter of what's happening? For me and Jamie, I get it. We are in a very fortunate situation that we've got this place, not a bad place to be stranded in Bali, but we still want to get home. We've got family members. My parents are both in their 70s. My mum's in the high risk group. We've even found it in the last few days that family members have the typical symptoms of COVID-19. So of course we are keen to get home. In the meantime, while we are here, the one thing we have is right now, and there are no problems in this current moment. When we can step into this present moment, it's amazing how much good can come of it. We've already been able to look at how we can help more people by opening up the doors to my academy. Just a few days ago, we've had well over 300, we might be close to 400 business owners and professionals which have enrolled and joined our academy. So we're meeting up on Zoom every day, we're having great conversations, we're helping people through. It's so heartwarming to have all these people in this crisis to really come together and to be there to support each other as well, because by no means is it just me showing up and being the all-knowing person. I'm not at all. Everybody in the group is connecting, networking, and it's just so amazing to see that during this time. Also getting a lot more time with Jamie. We're learning more about each other. We're doing our daily routines as best we can. Even if we're busy with onboarding the new members into our academy, we find 10 minutes in the morning to do yoga, or we do breath work like the Wim Hof breath method. We're focusing and thinking more about what do we really want? What values are truly important to us? I'll share this probably in another video, but we have made the decision to move out of London, and we'll be moving to the countryside. As soon as this whole situation allows us to do that, we're going to make the move. And this is something that I've postponed for years because I've felt like, oh, I need to be in London, my clients are in London. But ultimately, if I move out of London, then I don't need to have these big clients in London, because we actually do well enough through the online academy and we can really double down and support our members. The list is endless. There's so many good things coming out of this bad situation. And again, I'm not understating the severity of what's happening in the world, or maybe in your world, but what I do want to state is that now is the time to be resourceful. This is the time to lean into those things that will help you, to lean into what you can do and not what you can't do. There is so much that we cannot control, but life is ultimately a matter of things that we can control, things that we can't control. And it just so happens that this list over here got a little bit longer because we can't even control the fact that we can go for a walk, or we can just get in the car and go for a drive. But by having this list of things we can't control get longer, it doesn't mean that this list on this side suddenly got shorter. Actually, this is a perfect time. Maybe that list you've been ignoring about what's truly important to you in your life, maybe now is the time to look at that list and say, wow, look at all these things that I can influence in my life. So I want to share this message with you. Let's go and find out if we can actually get a flight, and by the end of this video you're going to find out, did we manage to book another flight, and will it be today, will it be in 1 month? Who knows, but we're going to find out.
Welcome to Qatar Airways. للحجوز والتذاكر اضغط 1 اضغط 2 For Qatar Airways
At least you're getting through.
press 3. To speak with a representative now, press 0.
Press. I need to speak to representative now. 0. It's either 1 or 0.
العمل الرسمية من الساعة 7 أو تفضل بإغلاق الخط لإنهاء المكالمة. Our office opening hours are Sunday to Wednesday, 7 a.m. till 3:30 p.m.
Are they
and
close?
Thursday, 7 a.m. till 3 p.m.
Yeah.
I also did my best today to contact Qatar Airlines through their social media platforms. As you can see, there is very generic answers. In regards to your query, you cannot purchase a new ticket unless you call the office, and the office is closed. So as you can probably tell, number one, we don't have a flight yet, and also it's now evening. We've been trying to sort out getting a return flight home most of today. We've not had too much luck with it. Well, actually, we're no further than we started this morning. Qatar Airlines' entire offices are closed today. On top of that, trying to reach them through like social media is just the standard responses. But we're going to be on the phone with them first thing tomorrow at 7, because there are flights tomorrow, and if possible, if we can get one of those flights, then that'll be great. I think we're at a stage now where we're realizing that we do need to be back in the UK. However, again, as I said this earlier in the video, if we have to wait it out here for a few more weeks, we're also willing to do that. I think it's more just that peace of mind if we can get home a little bit sooner. But that's the way life goes, especially in this unusual world that we're in right now. And yeah, thanks for hanging out with me today. Very much a morning to an evening type video. I'm definitely going to keep you updated whether we fly tomorrow, will we fly this week, who knows. But I know one thing, I keep sharing it with you. Thanks so much for being here, and I'll see you in the next video.